Are you that data enthusiast who's looking for an opportunity to crack a job in the field of data science as a data scientist, as a data analyst, or anything that is related to do with data? Are you someone who's looking for those tips and tricks where you can crack a job in the field of data science, right? Now, how to get an entry level data scientist job is a question we get a lot. So, we discuss how to get an entry level data scientist job in this video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and stay tuned for the video ahead. Hi, this is Afreen Rahman, and welcome to Data Guri, where you will learn everything you need to know to land an entry level job in data science. Now, data science is one of the fastest growing industries over the last decade, right? Data science has become an extremely appealing career. That path, however, needs to start somewhere. So, if you're watching this video, I know you've got questions. Like, well, we are here to give you those answers and then point to you to some extra resources that will help you prepare for data science success. Now, we will go over, your education experiences, your skills, and finish up with a cohesive plans on the steps you need to take to start your journey as a data scientist. Now, let's start with some kind of a research. All right, research suggests that roughly 35% of current data scientists have already had a job in the same position, which is in a way fantastic. But whoa, if you think about it, how is this good news, right? Well, let me tell you, if 35% of current data scientists have already had a job in the same position, the remaining 65% has had a different occupation prior to that, right? So roughly 2 out of every 3 data scientists are on their first data scientist job in the field. So therefore, it is quite safe to say that becoming data scientist is a very achievable goal. Now, however, don't expect to become a data scientist right after school, right? 2% of all data scientists started off with no previous position on the resume, right? Now, this is a research number that we found out, but it sounded a bit suspicious to, to all of us. Now, either way, you either land an entry level position or you don't, right? You need to have some previous experience elsewhere before you start your role as a data scientist. This is an ideal situation that I'm talking about. So what steps should you take to do that, right? So according to all the employers and recruiters, if you want to succeed in this particular field, in the field of data science, you also need to know 3 things, right? You need to know the tools, you need to know the data, and you need to know the business. Well, let's break this down a little bit, right? Now, knowing the tools means confidence, right? And working with the most popular software on the market. Now, what are those softwares? Those are undoubtedly Python, R, or better yet, both, right? With a bit lower priority, but still extremely important, right? So our SQL and visualization software such as Power BI and Tableau, if you have information, on these, I would say programming languages and on all these tools, then definitely, you are going to succeed in the field of, data science and in securing that job. Finally, it is important also to note that Excel, our dear old Excel, is still a main prerequisite in any job description in this particular field, right? So now if you feel you need to strengthen your, data science skill set, we've got you covered, right? We've created a data science program to help you enter the field of data science regardless of your background. So we have trained more than 5,000 people around the world, and we are committed to doing so, right? And if you're interested to learn more, you can find in the link in the description that will give you, different offers on all the plans and different kind of programs that INSEAD has, right? If you're looking to start, on an all around data science training. Okay, back to the key requirements for entry level data scientists. Next up is knowing the data, right? Now, this means you need to understand where your data is coming from, like what are the best ways to process and pre-process it, and most importantly, how to extract actionable insights from it, right? Now, therefore, I told you, like earlier I told you, you need to have some coding pedigree, right? Regardless whether it is in R, whether it is in Python, or any other basically scripting language, right? The other thing that you also need to have is the statistical and analytical skills, right? Because they will help you understand and interpret the results before translating the raw numbers into any kind of insights, right? So, kind of usually to land an entry level job, you don't need to excel in all of these categories that, okay, R, Pro, Python, and Tableau, BI. No, I'm not saying that you have to excel in all, but if you are at least good in at least two of these, two out of three, I would rather say, then you're on the right track. So, as long as you're great at programming, right? So, please focus on the programming aspect of it, of all of it, right? Finally, it's crucial that you know the business before you apply for a job in any given company, right? You must find out which aspects of data science and what skills are necessary to land a position there. And by all means, having market expertise in this specific field is always a bonus, right? So, the more holistic your understanding of the data science and the industry is going to be, the more well suited you will be for the position. Overall, employers are looking for somebody with good coding, statistical, and analytical skills, right? Now, all that being said, don't you think we're kind of missing something? What are we missing? Of course. What are the employers looking for other than all of these things? Employers are achievement motivated, right? They're achievement oriented, I would rather say. So they're always looking for certain transferable skills in a candidate, that add value to the company. So, skills like taking initiative, setting challenging goals, and making efforts to exceed those goals are some examples of transferable skills that you should develop. Now, there's one another skill that is basically my favorite skill, which is interpersonal skills, right? So please have interpersonal skills, develop them in you, because interpersonal skills also translate easily across various industries and contexts, right? So make sure you have got that covered. So other kind of highly appreciated skills in this category include the ability to learn from experience, right? And you have to be that propeller of positive change. You have to be independent, you have to set self direction, and you have to take accountability of your tasks, right? So therefore, make sure your resume includes projects or internships where you work with others on top of some evidence of your proficiency in coding. All right, so we discussed what you need to do, what skills you need to have, but now it's time for what you need to do, partly in highly competitive fields such as data science, who you know just to be as important as what you know. So this is especially true when you're trying to break into the field and find somebody who's willing to give you a chance even at a junior position, right? So getting a recommendation from your previous boss or a referral from, any employee of the company you're currently applying at is a surefire way to boosting your chance of getting hired, right? And the tried and tested way of getting it done is obviously through networking, right? One good approach that you can also take is you can connect with alumni of your school, from your colleges, who are already working in the field of data science. This way you can find interesting potential employers who you want to interact with. You can drop them an email, ask them for an informational interview, give them your details, ask specific questions about what the company does. Even before the interview, kind of interact with these people, network with them, and get to know what the business does, right? By doing so, you will be making a solid, good impression. Why? Because A, you already know, you want to learn the business, and B, it shows that you've done your research, right? So sometimes you won't be able to get direct contact information through website. You can always go back to your school alumni or the directory to reach out to them. Just remember, the more invested you look, the higher the chance that people would want to keep in touch. So try to stay enthusiastic and curious, right? Of course, knowing the right people will get you as far, I'm not saying it will guarantee a job, but it will definitely help you get through a job interview, right? So your potential employers can always test your statistical skill, with a written examination, and your programming skills, with some kind of remote task, right? However, you only get face to face interview to present your coherent communication skills. So make sure you highlight your communication skills in the best possible way, right? So after explaining everything, let's quickly summarize what you need to do to land an entry level job as a data scientist. For starters, you should earn at least a graduate degree in a qualitative major like computer science. Then you need to gain experience in a field tangent to data science. So, as a job as an analyst or as an IT is also a good way to go about it. An internship is also a viable option in case you're already studying and you really want to, switch into the field of data science right after you graduate. Now, knowledge about coding, working with data, and the line of work you're interested in is vital to ensure that your resume showcases all of that. Also, try to highlight some essential transferable skills in your resume, like drive for the business and ability to work in cross functional teams. Okay, conduct some networking and try to earn a recommendation or a referral for a specific position. And on a final note, make sure to showcase some certain, immeasurable qualities you possess, like communication skills and curiosity during the interview, right? In our opinion, or in my opinion, doing all of this will give you a great shot at securing that entry level job as a data scientist. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button or share button. And if you'd like to become an expert in all things data science, subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thank you for watching.